showtime.
Hey guys, I got to get the lighting figured out in the back there so you can actually see me when I'm talking, but at least you can see the set. So this isn't really going to be a long live. I just wanted to, a few people are wondering what the track is looking like now. So this is it. This will be the final layout. It will stay like this now. Thanks for joining us, Mike. I appreciate it. So this is it. Before you can remember, I had some really sharp 60s over here, and now it's a 2 for 30. On this side, if you remember, it was a really sharp 60 that went straight like right here and then went straight down. And I didn't like that. It's too slow for me. I like a little speed, and I think most of us do. So I turned that into a 3 for 30. And once again, I want to thank Frankie Tomatoes. Brother, you made this happen. I want to thank you for that. So now it comes down and goes underneath, runs parallel to the start finish right here, goes under. This is the 2 for 30, goes back around all the way to 180-degree 60s right here. Then it comes up, goes all the way back to here on this little hairpin curve right here. Swing it back around, heading for the final corner. And there is a switch track right here, which will bring you right into the corner and then to the finish. All right. So I haven't really had a chance to blast it up yet and see what she can do. I thought I would do that while you guys are watching. Yeah. Thanks for joining us, guys. I absolutely appreciate it. Adam, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Mike, thank you, Mike. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Thank you very much. So that's where we are now. And I think it's time to see what kind of number we could put on that screen behind us there, other than 55 seconds. And I can assure you it does not take 55 seconds to get around this track. So I'm going to go with the car that I haven't really done much of anything to. And that would be, of course, it's the Ferrari, the Red Bull Ferrari. And I haven't really done much to it. So we'll run it on the outside lane. And we'll see what kind of number we can put on the board. And then we'll move to what is easily my fastest car, which will be the CATL Row sponsored motor oil, number 99. This car is easily the fastest car in my collection. Just works out that way with slot cars. Every once in a while, you come find one of those diamonds in the rough, and you just know it. I can't even run it on ghost mode with the other cars because it wants to rear end everybody right away. So here we go. We'll turn out a couple laps, and we'll see what the Ferrari does for us. All right, let me stand up and get ready. Once again, I want to thank you guys for joining me. If I don't get back to you right away, I keep looking over. So here we go. And it's already rolling, so there'll be no countdown. I'll slide right into the next lap. All right. Into the 2 for 30, into the 60, back to the 60, 60, go. Oh, it appears I've lost the back wing. Where did I lose that? How did that happen? Oh, Okay. Well, I don't think this one's good. Well, it's definitely not making it back on now. Sure is a nice looking wing. But the car actually looks really cool without the wings. So, bye. Okay, so here we go. Looks like we got a 7.5 out of the only lap that we've really taken track of yet so far. But here we go. Oh! Do it again. New fastest lap. New fastest lap. Whoa. All right. So we're under 7 with the newly remodeled Ferrari. That's so funny. All right. Now we put the fastest car in my collection on the track right now, and this will only be the fastest until I get the back axle and other parts for the hop-ups. And I'll also be doing a series on independent front suspension for 132nd cars. Parts are on their way. If you guys want to know how to make your car go faster and de-slot less in the corners, you're probably going to want to follow that series. All right. So here we go. This car will make a difference. We should see numbers changing right away. Here we go. Okay, but of course, we have to get off the finish line or the start line. But you will agree with me, I'm sure. It moves very fast upside down. All right, we'll try that again. All right, let's do a warm-up lap quickly. Oh, damn it. Darn it. Whatever. Okay, here we go. So we got a 6.75 on that last lap. That's the quickest so far. There we go, 6.654. That is fast. That is totally fast. I cannot wait to get going. Might be this one. All right. Run the shell car for a minute. Heavy wipeout. So you can see how much faster the other one is. It's like a half a second. This car is like a half a second faster. Here's the Beamer that came with the DTM Evolution set. I've done a little remodeling already. I have a chrome marker. I've chromed up the bumper and the side panel there. Looks really nice, actually. And I want to thank George. I was watching one of George's streams at Area 51, And he mentioned that if you buy second tires, like from a tire company like Paul Gage, they don't come with lettering on them. But if you want to make them look like they have lettering on them, he suggested you put 3 dots, white dots, on the back tire. Now here I use silver, but it's the same effect, where now when the tire goes around, the car looks like it's got branded tires on it. It's absolutely kick-ass. So let's run that one for a bit. This one sticks to the track and looks really nice. Oh, wrong controller. Oh boy. I have my new True Speed controller coming right away too. Hey Warren, how you doing, brother? Thanks for joining us. Bo, thank you very much. Not really too much going on here. I'm just talking about the track and how this will be the final layout. I will be staying with this configuration. Now I just need to hide everything that you're looking at other than track. And that's already on the go. Scenery is what I excel at, so I'm going to turn this into a fairground, a fairground with some rides and a little hill scenery, and of course at the back against the wall is where the pit lane's going to be, and I'll have a low relief pit lane right against the wall so that it won't take up space. Hey, Donald, how you doing? Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah, the BMW is pretty tail happy. I have to agree with that. But I do find with the Paul Gage tires, and you leave the magnets in. I know Johnny Hobby did that totally kick-ass video about aftermarket tires without magnets. I always run magnets for now anyways. Maybe I'll get bored of it one day, but that's just what I prefer. Like I always say, there are 2 types of people in this world. There's only you're either driving magnets or you're not. That's it. So I find that the older drivers, they like to have no magnets, and the younger drivers, if you want to call me young, I'm half a century old, that we prefer a little more magnet. What do you guys prefer? Do you guys prefer magnets or no magnets? Let's see. Hey, Rich, thanks for joining us, brother. Doug, thank you very much. Bo, here we go, brother. We'll start it off with the, now that I guess we've had a few more people pop in, let me just explain what's going on here quickly. Where am I? Okay. This right here is a 4 for 15. Right up to the front. Okay? It comes off the front stretch. Front stretch. 4 for 15 all the way around the back. 3 for 30 right here. Comes down underneath right there. Into a 2 for 30. Goes underneath right there. Comes back 2 for 30, all the way to a 80-degree 60s. Hairpin, otherwise. Back up. Right here. Brings it around. All the way to here. And finish it off. So, here we go. So I'll just run a lap so you can see what's going on. All right. Yeah, the turns are absolutely what makes the difference on this one, Matt. And the turns are so wide now, you can literally hear the tires squealing around the corner. So independent suspension is definitely what's needed here. We run it in HO, and the axles are only an inch long. These axles are 2 inches long, and they have a lot more to lose on the far side of the wheel that's not closest to the wall. So I'll fix that right away. I've ordered the parts. And, whoa. All right. So that's the Beamer. Fastest car I have in my stable currently is this car. All right, so let's see if we can get a little closer to 6.65. Of course, keep the tires clean. I'm only interested in keeping the rear tires clean right now, not the front ones. All right. Whoa, man. I have my new controller coming right away too from whatever it is, the private company. I can't remember which one right now. Okay. All right, let's see if we can put a bigger number on the screen or a smaller one. There it is. Oh! Wow. Okay. So 6.62 is looking like what it's going to be for a little while anyways. Yeah, it's that's exactly it, Doug. That's what I like about it. Basel slap again, 6.418. Go! Woo! Woo! All right. So it looks like we're turning some good numbers. Oh, lots of rain. Darn. Slotcar dude, how you doing, brother? Thanks for joining us. This is the final setup for my track now. Of course, I have to cover everything you're looking at. That's not track. That's the next step. But that'll also be the next step in my series, Discovering Carrera, where I'll show what I will do to hide all of this stuff that is kind of unsightly. But Nico, against the back wall is where I plan on having the pit lane. And my pit lane will be a low relief, meaning it'll only be the front section of the whole entire pit lane. So it won't take up a lot of space, but it'll still look real. Should be pretty good. And it'll allow me to have the look I want The final look I want to have is like a fairground, sort of like the GT races, where they'll have like a fair going around their whole entire big circuit kind of thing. I know this is not a big circuit, but you got to use your imagination a little bit. And I don't know. I know a company that makes a Ferris wheel that kind of would look almost perfect right here. Huh. I'll have to keep that in mind, because it could also go over there as well, right there. But we'll see. We'll see. So, yeah. I can tell you right now, I'm totally having a blast running this system. The Carrera system, they have it figured out. I mean, you know, they got a little bit of everything. They got the ghost cars. They've got the pace cars. They've got an absolutely excellent selection of cars to drive. Am I hooked up here? No. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we could take the. This one I haven't changed the tires on it yet, and I haven't trued them, so these are still going to be a little wobbly, and of course they're just the normal average Carrera tire. And I do find the Corvette really squirrely around the corners, so I've ordered Paul gauge tires for this car, and when I do my review on them, I'll be exchanging them and showing you what to do to. Of course, a good majority of the people in the comment section right now already know what I'm going to say, but there's an awful lot of new people, and I would be one of them, who are coming into the larger scale side of slot cars and don't really have, I mean, they have an idea, but to get the answers in a forum where people will be at the same level, or at least acting in the same level, will be fantastic. I think there's a lot of people out there who are just aching to try this and just haven't got around to it for one reason or another. And I can tell you right now, if you are one of those people who would really like to enjoy these cars and this track, Carrera, and of course there are other large scale tracks. I prefer this one because the less tinkering you have to do. Carrera's a proven recommended brand. Lots of great stuff going on by Carrera. They have all the cool toys. So for me, I get maximum enjoyment out of these sets. Now it's just time. I think it's really time for HO to start thinking about what their next step is, because they've been waiting to take that step since 1960. So that's all great. I do love my HO, man. Love the cars going fast. And if you guys were lucky enough to catch Mark at Mark's Slot Car Garage today, he's always talking Viper and how to tweak or make the car go faster. Fantastic, and we do appreciate it. I actually learned a few things today, Mark. I appreciate that. Thank you, brother. And that's, of course, what it's all about. That's why we share our information, so that we all know the same thing. Ain't nobody smarter than anybody else. Well, I suppose there is, but it ain't going to matter if nobody cares. So, so what do you guys think about what I've done here? Obviously, this is the normal. This is the normal border that would go on one of these clips. But what I've done is I went and sandwiched it behind this. It's like plastic cardstock. Looks like this. My wife works for a music store, and they use these for, well, there you go, artist groups for their records and their music books and stuff. They use these to separate it. So it's very, very firm, and it makes a really good retaining wall. Now, I didn't want to throw away the Carrera ones because I do like this red and white look, but I wanted the higher edge, especially right here, so that I don't have cars flying off right here onto the floor. Now, the floor is linoleum now over concrete, but it will eventually be area rug, area carpet, or a stringer, or however you want to call them. That'll be everywhere people will stand. And what I'll do is on the ends, sort of over in this area, I'll put a net right in that corner, because I still need to access that corner, possibly. There's a plug right there. And with the lights that I'll be doing for the track, I need to have access into this corner and the one on the far side over there. So thanks a lot, Doug. I appreciate it. Adam, this is the Evolution DTM set, and this is the Spirit of Speed with the 3 cars. This is 8 straight pieces of track. Okay. It's 1 switch pack. So the pack that has all the switch track in it, it's one of those. It's the 4 for 15. It's the 2 for 30 and the 3 for 30. I know it's a big, but that covers everything. Right, Bo. That's the problem I was having. When I go around the corner really fast, the car's mirrors were knocking off those clips. And I was worried that they were going to break, because lots of time, it actually stopped the car once it threw it over to the side. I was like, what? So then I had a look and was like, no, I could better this. So now what I've done is there's no seam here whatsoever. I went and squashed it between the clip So what I've done is I've taken one of these little clips, and with the that cardstock stuff, I just make like a fence, a kind of fence post with it, and I use this to pinch it to the underside of the track. So I do it just like that. It's extremely firm. I could replace it anytime I wanted, and it's not catching. You can see where it's rolling off. No big deal. No big deal at all. And I think it looks fantastic. I actually want to get some more, because this tiny little piece here is not enough to finish the rest of that. So yeah, that's sort of what I want to go with there. And that should take care of that. Yeah, Barrett. Yeah, magnets. That's something that I thought of as well. Thanks, Rob. We'll talk to you soon, brother. And the cars definitely aren't leaving the track area. I do say area because, well, you know what happens. So, in the next coming days, I have this interesting package right here, and the address says Paul Gage on it. So we're going to have a look at that. I've ordered Paul Gage tires for the Corvette, pardon me. I've ordered more Paul Gage tires for the DTM cars. And I've ordered Paul Gage tires for the cream of my crop. Now, maybe you're a blue person. Blue, black, to me, they both look fantastic. That's all I got to say. So, I'm going to be building just a analog track too, which I'm going to slide underneath this actual table. That way I'll be able to do the GRL with at Conquest Racing with Raul and company. So of course, this won't be one of the cars I'll be using, but yes, absolutely, Carrie. Thank you very much for joining us. Yeah, it's been a while coming, and I can tell you, Raul at Conquest Racing was a large part to do with it. He certainly made it a little easier for me to get into and explain some things for me, and that's why I'm starting the series. That's why I'll be doing the series Discovering Carrera, because I do believe that everybody should share the experience of this absolutely fantastic racetrack and this setup. I absolutely love it, and I want to share it with everybody. So, 80s kid. Yes, 80s kid. If you watch one of my original videos for this track, there was a lot less here and everything was a lot sharper. Like I always say, just have an idea in mind, but allow it to flow. Don't stick with it. There's no possible way. Now, I know some people like to use the programs. I come from the HO side where it's sort of like plug and play. We don't really plan things out. We just, because the track is standardized, ideally, eventually the track will lead back to certain points, unlike Carrera where you're going to need to buy probably a 1/3 track or a 1/4 track. That'll never happen with HO. You're either there or you're not, or you need that one little piece, the 3-inch piece. So, yeah, Adam, if you don't have a switch track pack yet, right, if you don't have the switch pack, grab a switch pack, and I would say you can never go wrong with straights. So grab a box of straights too. I think it's like 4 straights. Here in Canada, I think they're like $45 for 4 of them. I know it's expensive, but you're really dealing with a really nicely engineered piece of track that somebody in the last 100 years, well, okay, how about somebody in the last 50 years put effort into? And I do like the fact that Carrera, the track is a 124 track. It's not a 132nd track. So the space that is allowed by this track is phenomenal. It allows for a way more comfortable drive. It does allow for forgiveness around the corners. But track option is a preference. What I can tell you I really do like about the 1/32nd scale is the diversity, the absolute diversity of cars that look like this. I love that. I love a racing livery. Every single person who knows me knows that I think a car looks faster if it's got a number on it. Damn it, I don't care what it is. It could be a Citroen. If you put a number on the side of it, it'll look racy. No question. Yeah. That's right. And I have, for mine, I've ordered a few already. I'm going to look at a couple of different plug-in controllers. Whatchamacallit Jet. I keep forgetting the name. I should really remember it, though. I'll have to figure it out for the review I do. The blue car. This one here, Adam. It's the Ferrari. You see, can you guys hear the wheels squealing around the corner? Listen to this car going around the corner. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but this is the problem that I'm going to solve for everybody. Listen to the tires go around the corner. True Speed, that's the ones that I've ordered. Thank you very much, Warren. Yeah, the True Speed, I can't wait to try them out. It should be here soon. I mean, it's been traveling for quite a while now. I know it's Christmas and everything, but, you know, there's always a reason why parcels can't move. You know, are you telling me that nobody's flying the plane from Europe to Canada just because it's a holiday? I don't think that's how it works. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Nico. I appreciate that, brother. Giving up a helping hand, I do appreciate it. Thank you. Guys, make sure you hit the like button, like Nico says. And if you haven't subscribed to Slot Car Dude, you're very, very bad, and you need to go do that right now, please. So I'll give you permission. Go check him out. Absolutely fantastic. He does HO and large scale. Watched a whole heck of a lot of his content. Getting ready for my own little Carrera career here. And always on the HO screen. So thank you, Nico. I appreciate it. Certainly I have you to thank for a large portion of my knowledge in large-scale cars. Whoa! I can't wait to get my hand on some of these trigger controllers, not these plungers. Now, these plungers compared to the Auto World plungers are a world of difference. They're nice. In fact, to tell you the honest truth, I don't even mind the Carrera ones. The only thing I don't like is the short cord. Now, Carrera's a toy company, and if they put a longer cord on that, and some poor kid did something silly and hung himself somehow, Carrera would be in big trouble. So they're stuck to only, I think, it's a 2 feet or whatever. But if you buy aftermarket wired controllers, they come with like 6 or 7 feet. They come with our 6 feet, I should say. Thanks for joining us, James. Yeah, I got the pit lane right now is actually coming. It's on the way. Thank you very much, Sunday Slot Car. I absolutely appreciate it. Billy and Amanda at Sunday Slot Cars. They made sure I got hooked up with it. I do have, James, I do have a space on the wall right there. I know it's kind of hard to see, but there's actually about 6-inch gap from the track to the wall. And that is where the pit lane will go, right in that section. And I actually, I'm going to be ordering a low relief pit lane to go against the wall. So that'll be the pit area. And that way it won't take up my, my space. Oh, I better put up a fence right here too. Because this is the third time today I've seen a car just scoot right down that lane and not fall off. Wow. Right. That's also what I would suggest. Bo is that's exactly correct. I would actually. Thanks a lot for joining us, Nico. I appreciate it, guys. If you haven't subscribed to Slot Car Dude, please go do so. Thank you very much, Nico. I appreciate you joining me. Bo, yeah, you're absolutely correct. If I had to do it again, I would probably buy 2 different DTM sets and a digital set. But right off the hop, I was lucky enough to have met Raul from Conquest Racing, and of course, if you guys remember, we did a couple live collabs, and we continue to do so. Raul was kind enough to donate 8 straights to me, 8. So that's, and of course, he also donated the wireless controllers. They're nice. I'm actually happy to have gotten the chance to try them out. But once again, you know, right? If you had a decent size cord on this, there's absolutely not. These work just fine, people. These are really decent. I can tell you for a fact that Carrera actually, went a little further than they had to, purely by this rubber inlay here. If you've ever held one of these, you'll know that it actually has an ergonomic feel to the controller. Of course, once again, this is a bit small for my huge hands. But it is it's nice. It's got a rubber inlay. It feels like quality. Not like, don't get me wrong, this doesn't feel like private quality, okay? Like when I say private quality, this doesn't feel like a private company produced it. This does feel like a toy company produced this, but they did a fantastic job. They did a good job. That's all I got to say about it. I've been all around the slot car world now, and I know exactly what I'm looking at when I'm looking at it, and I can tell you right now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with Carrera's controllers. Nothing. Of course, everyone has their preferences. Some like the trigger controllers, and some like this. I just find that these are a little bit small, so that when I want to push the pit lane button, my hand is so huge, I literally have to hit it with the back of my first knuckle on my index finger. See where I'm hitting it? It's very awkward. My wife's mom was actually and it's the wrong size for her. She ended up holding that button down. So we're trying to figure out why her car keeps changing lanes. Yeah, you could, Doug, but it's not exactly a phone cord plug-in. It's a little different of a plug-in. It has a bit of it's not like a phone cord. But what you could do is, I've seen lots of people strip them out and just change them. You could easily change that for sure. Yeah, you just wire the other end. I don't have that special crimper you're going to need. Eventually, I'll be going with, once again, nothing wrong with these, but I am going to go with a lot more true speed controllers. I just like how they look and how they feel, and the price is right. I got a true speed controller for $85 Canadian with the digital button for Carrera, and of course the dial knob on the top. So that should be here any day now. I'm definitely going to give that a try and a review. Excuse me. So it's going to be nice to. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. Yeah, those Franken slot controllers, brother, they're absolutely the tops. I don't know if to be honest with you, Bo, I don't know if the Franken slot would be worth it for the Carrera Digital. I mean, all of these multi-controllers, they're really good for analog and controlling braking and stuff, but Carrera does that already through the system at each individual car. So I think for Carrera, you're really optimizing your controller if you only go with the knob on the top and, of course, the button on the back to switch lanes. Hey, Slot Car Wellman, thanks for joining us, brother. I appreciate it. Yes, but I am looking forward to seeing Carrera do this. I mean, putting normal batteries in the controller is what should happen. I mean, that should really be a 9-volt battery in there, or two double or triple A's. It's hard to say. Maybe 2 double A's. But whatever that they decide to go with battery-wise in here, you just go buy rechargeable batteries and you put those in here. Don't use Energizer bunnies or whatever. Use the rechargeables. I mean, you can't do that in this one, all right? Okay, so I'm not talking about this one. I'm talking about what Bo's talking about in a few months' time now. We'll get those new controllers by Carrera, and they should look really good. And of course, they'll act just the same. I mean, Carrera's already got the perfect plug-in system for their controllers. Here's a question for all the HO fans in the house. When's Auto World coming out with the replacement for their rechargeable controllers? Oh, well, that's not bad lap. 6.5. Oops. Oh, being sick. Did you have the COVID, or you just flu, just sick? It happens. I know here in Canada, they try and make a big deal out of every time you get sick. It's like, people get sick. They've always gotten sick. And they will get better. It's what the part of making humans so unique. I mean, really? You haven't seen the 4th of July? You haven't seen Independence Day with what's Will Smith there? They talk about that exactly. That's what kills the aliens. All of our diseases that we have or that we're all used to. Oh, man. Digging hard into the corner. Whew. Looks like I'm going to have to change out this guardrail too. I'll change it. I'll make it like the other ones where it's heavy duty. It's pounding a huge hole in here. Oh, boy. Gosh, didn't even realize I had my finger on the trigger. There we go. Woo! So once again, I do the sticker call out. Anybody who would like their sticker on my racetrack edging around the sides here, and of course around both big curves, send them in. If you need my address, I'll let you know. I'll let you know what it is. Just send me a message, and we'll get your stickers on my track. I want to promote the hobby, so I want to make sure that we have a good portion of everybody who's out there. Oh, holy mackerel. There we go. Yeah, you like that? Thank you very much. I was working on that for a little while with Raul. He was giving me a hand with that. It's pretty decent. I'm still going to use my other one. I like the simplicity of my other one. But this new one definitely shows sort of my direction. Man, we're going to be running these cars like crazy, brother. Woo! Dusty tires. Let's clean those off. Mad Dad, thanks for joining us, brother. Oh! Ha ha! Bam. The car that's the fastest, that's this one right here. It's my most plainest Janus. I paid the least amount for this car, but it moves definitely the fastest. The table is it's like 8 by 16 maybe a little bit bigger. It's kind of got odd configuration there because you can see right here. This is where the door closes. So that's that sort of cuts the square off of what I'm talking about. So otherwise, it's like an 8 by 6, more like 8 by 20. 8 by 20, I would say. All right, so the fastest car, let's see how fast we can get it around the table. Clean the tires, of course. All right, here we go. We'll do a warm-up first. All right, let's do it. Start that again. Oh! It almost rolled past the start-finish line without even being in the groove. That's awesome. Holy new lap here. What do we got? 6.2. Woo! Oh. Shoot! I don't know. I think the 6.2 is probably pretty quick for now. Oh! Oh! Drove into it hard. Oh, jeez. What an idiot. There we go. So I was just talking, Wildman, about how I'm going to be putting independent front suspension on most of my cars. These cars are working really, really hard on the front end to get around the corners. They're dragging big time. And I have the knowledge to fix that from the HO side, so I'm going to. I've already ordered the collars so that I'll be able to cut the axles. And that way there'll be independent front wheels. Cars should move much faster and smoother and de-slot less. See, that definitely wouldn't happen. The reason why this happens on the 4 for 15 like that is because the front wheels are turning at totally different speeds. And the one wheel that's turning slower actually pulls the car out of the slot. Uh-oh. That's not going to have a good ending. But I do have my handy-dandy patented slot car stick. Velita. There we go. Oh, no. It's like Godzilla. Whoa, Godzilla. Ugh. Metal stick, I guess, eh? Metal stick. There we go. All right. Oh! It's my high-priced lighting. All right, looks good. Yeah, right? That's a good idea, the hockey stick. Woo. So, of course, the next step now will be to cover up everything that's not track with either hill, rock, or grass. Hill, rock, or grass. And that's where I excel. I will also be using LED lights from the plug-and-play system. And yeah, it's going to kind of be like a fair atmosphere where I plan on having the Ferris wheel right here, spinning with lights, of course. Right? Yeah, the good broom is downstairs. It's now a slot car stick. It's no longer a broom. I feel a lot of vibration in this car. It doesn't. I'll have to have a look at it. Maybe this might even be one of the two cars that I changed the back axle out of, because I've ordered some Slot Invasion DTM back axles, sort of like what Raul from Conquest Racing did. I won't be changing the motor on these ones though, but I will be changing two back axles, and at the same time, or at a different time, I'll also be doing the independent front suspension for these cars, because it amazes me that it's not that way already. These cars drag ass really hard around the long curves. So it's definitely slowing down the cars. And I found a few videos where people have actually been putting super glue on the front tires. Well, that's not fixing the problem. That's kind of only creating a little bit of another problem. But what it's doing is it's just allowing the tires to slip around the track. So you know you have a problem, and that's the solution. That's the short solution. I'm going to show you how to deal with it correctly and deal with the problem, because that's a 2.5-inch distance in axle. And when you're going around a corner, imagine if your car, when you turn the wheels, okay, imagine what I'm about, imagine what's happening, right? You know you have a limited slip. You're always slipping from one side to the other when you're driving. One tire's always, when you're turning a corner, moving faster than the other. And it's no different from here. That's why I like that they put the front suspension on the F1s with the guide pin. So the wheels will turn when the guide pin does. And it'll have a dramatic difference. There's a new lap. 6.19. Woohoo! Oh! And a crash celebration. Boy, Irene better get practice in, or there's no way she's ever going to beat me. Drive it in there too hard. Yep. Well, I'll have to look into that one, I suppose. Well, oh, that one's a lot smoother. Oh, no. Thanks, Bo. I appreciate it, brother. I'm going to be heading out right away, so I want to thank you for joining us today. I appreciate it. No, I was thinking that maybe that had happened, but it's not. It's. I suppose it's possible. I might have to. I have to take it off though. I can. You see, look at these two cars. This is the difference in how fast these two cars move. They're both on the same controller, right? I'm controlling both of these cars with this one controller. Now here they both are. Okay, here they are one more time, just to show you what the difference is. Okay, so in that amount of time, look how far ahead the cars are already. That's how good. That is how good the Row car 99 is running right now. It's absolutely peaked right out. It feels like it's the way that every motor should be, but I understand that this is that 1 in 50 car that all hobbies come across. You'll come across that really good motor for your RC. You'll come across it for your slot cars. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. You just need to keep the track, keep your eye on it, and figure out which ones are the best cars in your stable. So, yeah. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. And those of you in the comment section, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Bo, Slot Car Wildman. Slot Car Wildman, if you have any stickers you want me to put on my track of your channel on the back walls there, you can see it on my racetrack. Get a hold of me and send them in. I plan on putting anybody who's interested stickers, so if you want your sticker to be seen, now's the time. But thank you very much. For everybody who's here and not in the comment section, thank you very much, guys. And I promise I will get some lighting in here so you don't have to stare at my dark head for the rest of our days. I want to thank you all for watching today, guys. Absolutely fantastic. And we'll see you very soon. Yeah. So, where are we? Let's try this one. So I'm sitting here thinking, how can I make a bell notification video that viewers will actually want to watch?
You're gonna want that cowbell.
Did he just say cowbell?
I gotta have more cowbell.
It's not a cowbell.
I could have used a little more cowbell.
All right then, hit the cowbell notification button so you don't miss any of my up and coming content. Woo! That is a fucking tight track right there, man.